Barbecue every night. Have your my partner Kelly had found 20-ounce malt glasses in the back streets of Tahiti, and he bought 400. They're only a dime. We made at our hotel a drink called an Aita Mai Tai. Everybody's heard of a Mai Tai. Nobody's heard of an Aita Mai Tai. Mai Tai means great, and Aita Mai Tai means about as crappy as you can do. So they couldn't call us on it. We can't figure it out. All over the island, everybody, the taxi drivers, everybody is just slow, slow, slow.
So do you have any recommendations for where to eat tonight, Muck?
What are we, Thursday? Entertainment would be there, but you've got to be very careful because they're still ticked off. There's just enough moon to make me think the sun's coming up. So I pile out of bed. God, upset. Good evening. How are you? Good? Well, I went to a funeral today. An old guy that worked with us years ago. Some of his family still works with us. Great guy. Great guy. Went down in about a couple hours. That's where I hope I go down. God, I hope I'm climbing to the next tree and just drop right there. Just out, over, and done. No bed, no hoses, no stuff down your nose to keep you breathing. I think I got that in my will. Give me lots of stuff to make me feel good and let me go.
Now, was that Bruno's father-in-law? Because that's why someone asked Bruno today why his son wasn't there. And that was why. His wife's father had just died.
Oh, okay. Then he must be married. One of the Fidiapu family. I don't know. There were a number of gals, obviously, and a number of guys. And she was probably real young when she started working for us, and I just didn't remember her. There were a lot of them there. Hi, Muck, and God, who is this? Holy moly. There was a cute little one there that I used to date. If I gave you 300 pounds of funny putty and told you to make the funniest person you'd ever seen, this is what you would come up with. She's a sweetheart. But she needs to be on the South Beach diet. On our newsletter for our timeshare owners, they set up, a person wants to come in the day early, so you're here on Saturday when your time starts. You can come in and she makes a special price for you. So they may have done that. I think you guys did, didn't you?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's what I thought. God, I don't miss a trick, do I? Oh, no. Man, am I something. Wow.
We missed that deal.
How about Mac? Did he leave? Big, tall Mac?
I don't know.
These are good for me.
They are good for you.
That's our
These are on the South Beach diet.
Yep. Sorry.
Is it a Tahitian beer?
Yeah. Well,
Here's apologizing.
This is
the Giants.
yeah.
It's awfully good. If you're a beer drinker, it's a good beer.
It is a good beer.
They
Don't make a light one.
They came out in the 20s or 30s, German brewmeisters, probably in the 30s, getting out of Germany. And then their sons took over when they got old and died. And now a couple of the grandsons are in as the brewmeisters in the company.
Wow.
It's quite a company, and they've got into clothing. But they have that little Hinano gal. You see that any place in the world, it just reeks Tahiti. Just a little gal sitting there like that.
Great marketing.
And we have people once in a while that go into Papeete to the factory because they make beautiful shirts and pants. And the factory is 25% more expensive than we are here in our shop. We opened in March of '62, and Bora Bora was open. Hotel Bora Bora was already open. And I can't tell you, I forget when it was. But when we were going to do Huahine, so we knew him real well by then, because Kelly taught them how to build the overwater bungalow. They wanted overwaters. And he loaned us 50 grand one time. I'm sure he figured it was just a gift, but we paid him back. And then when we were doing Huahine, that would have been 70 to 73. We wanted him to come in with us. And he said, I'll come in with you, but I want 51%. Which had been fine with me because he's such a great businessman. But my partner Kelly, we have to own 51%, you know. Here are three guys with three little motels in the middle of no place that nobody's ever heard of. I'd have jumped on it. And we almost had Hotel Bora Bora, because that would have given us an island, and as soon as Huahine opened up in 73, that would have given us a hotel on each island. And we were going to give up a lot. It was going to be IPO and whatever those are things, and you sell stock. And our part was going to come from 57 down to 26, but to own Hotel Bora Bora, my God. And everybody said, geez, you guys are going to pay $3 million to that guy? Yeah, not too long ago it sold for $52 million. The land is worth that. God, what a piece. Whew. Joe was a great guy. Great guy. The funny guy was Dick Gump, over here where the Berkeley station is. He came down and got all set to build a house. And he got his 12 men together. They cleared the brush. He was a binge drinker. And he got a dump truck. I never heard of a dump truck in any of these islands, for Christ's sake. And he found a upright piano. And he found a Tahitian that could play Tahitian music on an upright piano. So he put it in the back of the truck. The guy would sit there. He'd load the truck with beer, cases of beer, and around the island they'd go. And it went for 12 days. He'd just fall out of the truck. And at the end of 12 days, you kind of get your remorses after you've been hammered and happy that long. He was really upset with his workers because nothing had been done on his house, just nothing. So Dick was really different. He was really different. But he left that big piece of land and I guess money too, to the University of California, Berkeley, and they put up the station over there. Once in a while, I'll run into a couple little gals down at the store when I pop in there. How do you speak Tahitian? Well, there wasn't anything else spoken when I came. That was Huahine. We'd finished building the hotel, the only hotel we built from scratch. And I look up, we've got 10 bungalows done, and we have another 30 to go. We'd finish one about every 2 weeks. I thought, God, where did these people come from? There are 20 people, 10 couples in our 10 bungalows. I thought, what am I going to do? God. So I said, okay, gang, tomorrow morning, I went in at dinner time. I said, tomorrow morning, we're taking a trip to nowhere. I'm your guide. Be there at 9 o'clock, and everybody bring $5 a couple. And I'll buy the booze and everything. Well, I tipped off the Chinese guy who baked the bread for the island. And I said, I'm going to be coming by late because they bake their bread from about 3 to 5. Would you keep your oven hot and bake 10 loaves, 11 loaves for me? Would you do that? Sure, Mark, no problem. Chinese will work for pennies. They were only 5 cents a loaf. And so I got there and I broke the bread in half and everybody got a half a loaf. And I brought a 5-pound can of IXL apricot jam. And I brought along spoons. And I said, okay, every couple gets a spoon. This is hot bread, and they filled up their bread with apricot jam, and they said, God, Muck, this is the greatest. This is so good. And I thought to myself, Muck, you are the greatest tour guide in the world. I'm the end of the world. And we headed on and dropped down the road and stopped and went swimming. And at the end of the island, it's 2 islands connected by a bridge, and we were on the little island. And at the end of the little island, there was a beautiful 2-story building. Obviously, nobody'd been there for years. And I'd researched it 2 or 3 days before I took these people out. I drove around, wondering what I'm going to do, where I'm going to take them. And I said, what's the deal on this island, on this building? Why isn't there anybody here? He said, I'll tell you. Now, this is 1974. He said in 1942, the Tupau came into the building. That's the ghost. The people got up, packed their bags, knocked a board out the back of the building, locked everything up from the end, went out through it, and nailed it shut. And he said there hasn't been anybody in that building in 32 years. I said, God, will this be fabulous? So I brought along a tire iron, and I pried the board off the back. And I said, here's a neat thing. Let's go look. It was something. Old lady dresses, old lady swimming suits, 78 records, horse collars, abacus up on the counter. And everybody was just enthralled, just running around. I said, don't touch anything, because let's keep it just the way it is, but look at everything. It's going to be an interesting thing for you. Well, I couldn't get anybody out of there. I said, come on, the sun's going to go down. Get us out. And we took off. Finally got them out, nailed it back up, and took off. And I was just about to get to the bridge to go back to the big island where our hotel was. And an old man waved me in. And I recognized him. I talked to him downtown. The old folks loved to talk to us because we spoke Tahitian. And I said to the driver, wait, he wants a ride downtown. So he ran into his house. I said, he's going in to get his clothes. He'll be right back out, and we're going to give him a ride to town. Well, he comes out, and he's got a telescope that's 6 feet. 6 feet. And it's that big on the big end, and it's that big on the small end. I said, oh, God, folks, I don't know what I got you into. I have no idea, but this is a very nice man. So everybody bear with me. Now, I'm going to look through it. I got one of the guys to stand out and hold it on his shoulder. The guy couldn't hold it. And I looked through it, and I went, ooh, ah. I said, now, I haven't seen a thing. Now, I need 2 more people to do this, make him happy, and maybe he'll go away. 2 more people did it. And he came to me, and he realized I had no idea why he had brought it out. There's a plaque on it. And unbeknownst to me, his great-grandfather was a missionary to the cannibals in the Marquesas. And on this plaque it says, in appreciation to the name of his great-grandfather, which was Kakela, for saving the life of Seaman Smith from the cannibals, signed President Abraham Lincoln. Talk about a jolt. Did I have a great stop from then on? Ooh, good folks, here's a nice place. I think he's got something you'll really enjoy looking at. He went back to the... I understand he went back to the family land in the Marquesas. To show you how dumb some of our clients are, we get real dumb ones. I told that story, and the gal sitting overhead said she had no idea that Abraham Lincoln had been to Huahine. Believe that. Now there's one just a tiny bit dumber. A gal had just left Tahiti Island and had flown to Moorea Island. And she said to me, we were staying at the hotel, looking out at the ocean, she says, is the water just out here, or does it go all the way around? I said, I'm going to let you work on that one. I think you're going to let you figure that one out, ma'am. I'm sure you can do it. Oh, do we get them? Wow. Okay, he has entertainment tonight.
Okay.
Oh, wonderful.
That would be the reason you're going. The guy's funny.
Okay.
Plays an auto harp and a harmonica.
Oh.
I'm going to save you some money. When the waiter walks away from your table, he's going to say, regular water or soda? You say you don't drink water. That's $10.
Get out.
Then he's going to say, how about garlic bread for the table? Well, you can't eat garlic. You're allergic to it. That's about $10 for about 4 pieces. And how about a nice salad? And those are only about $17. Now, if you keep out of those 3, drink on the rocks or wine. Are you wine drinkers or regular drinkers? Or?
If we could drink wine.
We're not big drinkers at all. Really, I'm not a big drinker.
You're not drinkers. Okay.
Well, he could drink some
Okay, if you do drink on the rocks.
on the rocks.
That'll be at about $6 or $7. And they throw in an umbrella and it goes to 17. So do vodka rocks, bourbon rocks, scotch rocks, Cuervo rocks, something like that. It'll save you a lot of money.
Or wine. Wine's all right.
Wine is fine. They'll try to sell you a $50 bottle. They have great wines down in the $18 to $20 bracket. I went there. I'd never been around the United States, so I drove around the United States because I wanted to stand on a little round top. Fixed bayonets. They were out of ammunition and drove them off. All right. Way to go, big guy. Theirs never arrived. And everybody said to him, you know, what a great place. If you've got to lose luggage, you can't wear anything here. What a great